7 seconds in. Give me a second. It's taking me a second to grab what I need to grab, and here we are. Welcome back. Angels of light and love. Please do your thing. You do an amazing job. It is now lunch hour with about 45 minutes left. I'm going to make use of it. I'm entitled to it. And even if my meal doesn't carry me through the rest of the way, I have the luxury of claiming my time and claiming my power. So, welcome back to my most activated, ethical crew. Good to see you here. What do we title this? So, we're alive, but yet A-Sammiched. Smooshed between two worlds of thought, at bare minimum. And that is the kindest and most cartoonist way of conveying my life in its today moment. What does that mean? You know what that means. Let's not get political here. Frick. Let's be polite. Let's make fun of what's going on. Sometimes I wonder, what is this for? What is this thing, this moment meant to teach me, being stuck between two worlds that aren't quite colliding yet because you're that buffer zone before they like smash together? Like, there's several realms of that, but my most pleasurable one, I'd have to say, is what I do here versus what I do for my 9 to 5, regular day job work. And, sometimes you list the pros and cons constantly, like a receipt, okay? And I don't know if I am, dude, sometimes whether I am becoming like the rest of non-magical society. You know what I mean? They lost the spark in their eyes. They lost that glow in their skin. They lost the smile that like hurts, the dreaming is also attainable outside of hours of slumber. I don't know if I'm doing that to myself. Or if this is just like, I don't know yet. I don't know what's really going on here. So, when I pulled the card, I had no expectation. I was like, give me what you got, spirit. And I got the Ace of Swords, or One of Wind, which is Dawn. Isn't that interesting? That's the truth of it. I am alive. I am thankful to be alive and in good health. But like, where does that value go? It's sandwiched and smushed between two worlds of thought. Like, I'm listening to one person thinking, am I going to get in trouble with this other person? Are we going to have to revisit? Let's just ride this out. Sometimes I'm just curious and I'm just like, okay, I'm an innocent bystander learning, and I'm going to allow for things to play out accordingly. So if there's any politics within the politics of the mush pot, let's see. Let's learn on different levels. Let's play a little dumb, a little green, and mosey on along and do as told, and just learn by what is being shown and what is not being shown. And so far, I think people like to play dumb with occultist measures. I'm pretty sure of that. But the people that play dumb with you and try to mask it with, certain questions, like, that say that they're not, aware of such things, are the ones to be most, skeptical about, most discerning of. So you let things play out. Because you know what? You only got me for however long Spirit's going to allow you to, be exposed to me. And for all of those times, you are going to be one hell of a lucky person. Let me tell you. So, that's that. So, Spirit, what do you want to say? What do you want to say? Please tell me. Please offer some enlightenment. Thank you. We have the Devil card and the Emperor in reverse. You know what that is? Spirit is telling me there is some aggressive, super controlling figures around me. Super controlling. Abusing their power. This is definitely what they're doing. But I document my time. I detail it out. I remember the detailed dynamics other than what's noted. And that's that. I cover my ass. It's crazy. That's crazy. I don't just cover my ass, I cushion it. That's what they're telling me. That's so wonderful. Yeah, I heard a honk way back where. But that's what's happening. That's the truth of that. But you know what this means? The Spirit's going to toe-to-toe, basically. But, like, head-to-toe. Giving the, like, 1-2, up and down glance at the Devil card. So Spirit is here, undercover, watching every single thing. So, but I'm doing my due diligence, and I'm just noting, just doing the scribe thing. You know, I'm present. And, you know, that's that. Because I know that the people that I am working with, anywhere, especially within my 9-to-5 or my previous occupations, they are very smart within some aspect, especially with where I am at now. And knowing that they're in the business for, we're looking at double-digit years, like, there's no way that it would take X amount of time to execute this thing, unless there was agenda behind it. Knowing, like, so anyway, I'm just gonna leave it. Don't touch it. Don't leave it. You don't need to talk about anything anymore, about anything of that sort, because things are gonna sort out for themselves. And like I said, I'm doing Spirit's work. Spirit would tell me, like, give me a warning. Give me a warning. But no, I'm supposed to do this. Spirit's gonna reserve the warning for somebody else. Spirit, what do you want to say? Is there anything else that you want to say with that? With regards to that? Those two cards that you... I mean, if I am discerning incorrectly, if I am misinterpreting something, you let me know right now. Truth shall be told. You tell me right now, and I will relay it accordingly. 7 of Wands and Judgment, Resurrection. No, this is 100% true. This is, Tina, you've called it. You stand on higher ground. You've called it. That is definite. You go fly that kite. You see? Double diamonds. For sure. That's That's judgment. It's also resurrection. It is also karma. Seven of Wands is listed as courage. So not everybody is going to speak the truth. You know, how do you expect people, like, people who have longevity, seniority within any company? You have to realize that it's 1:23 on the clock right now, that there is a certain degree of cover your ass methodologies. Um, and oh, it just propped, slapping onto the Ace of Swords for sure. Yeah. So that's that. Anything else that you want to convey, Spirit? That one, okay. It is the Seven of Cups. So we kind of have Master number 77 here. Master Revolutionary, kind of a rebel here. But it's insight. Seven of Cups. You know, I don't mean to audit anything. Like, what's the bottom of here? Eight of Pentacles. The mountain. But, you know, if you want to get to the pinnacle, you have to trek that mountain. You really have to kind of invest in moving up that major hill. And you see, like, you see that? So you probably, it's like you provide so many points to points of concern to resolve. And I feel like there's kind of this like oxymoron thing where I am expected to be smart and intelligent enough to discern how to go about things. Like, I'm supposed to assume certain things, but yet I'm not supposed to assume certain things. Like, I'm not, it's so weird. It is so weird. Like, that's why I know that there's games. I know that there's games. And so I'm just going to let things like sort themselves out. People know like my quality of work here. So if it is not matching up to my 9-to-5 role, you'll know exactly why. You'll know that there's a mismatch that is absolutely unintentional with regards to my application and my investments with wherever I have to work with anybody else. So that should say a lot. I don't have to be defensive. I don't need to prove myself because I've already proved myself getting my foot in the door. Yeah. So there's that, okay? The Seven of Cups, an open road of possibilities, just reviewing what options are out there. So, you know, again, revisiting HR. If you don't like it, you can just leave. You know, you don't even have to put in your 2-week notice. Just leave. That's the case. And if that's the case, if somebody's going to treat us like that, then you kind of, they gave you an out. I mean, I guess you could be discerning of after, I don't know, 6 months, then it would be a little tricky because they're trying to like scoot you out the door anyway, because on your own accord, because then they don't have to pay, unemployment. But I don't know, man. How long has it been? It hasn't been 1 month yet. And I don't know if I'm getting, like, cornering myself into this positioning of, like, you know, dumbing down my light. But I'm really trying not to do that. I just don't know what What is this, Spirit? What do you want me to do over here? What is it? Cuz like I have so much experience. It should not take this long to execute certain things. And I know it's not all me. Like it's not me. I don't understand. Like all the things that I learned from previous positions and how to become more efficient almost like don't apply here or the last jobs. I don't understand it. It's weird. And those ways are not even obsoleted. They're still relevant. Dude. So what's up, Spirit? You tell me what's up and it's gonna be okay. Better than okay. It's gonna be awesome. 8 of Pentacles again. No, you gotta trek up that mountain. And you know, if Tina, if you're doing that by yourself, then let it be you who receives the rewards of being at the pinnacle. Don't, like, if you want to take pictures, then cool. Then, but you're going to reserve that exclusively for your own private album. You're not going to share that with anybody else who hasn't been there. The part of the reward is being there. So don't give people the luxury of the things that you did, the efforts that you made. Okay? So that's just what it is. That's a closed, yeah, closed case. Double time. That's like the front and the back, like the hood and the trunk. So they're like saying you're ready to go. So I am not complaining. This is like trying to understand, trying to comprehend, attempting to clarify the substance of which, like the true substance of what is meant to be learned, rather than just going along with things. Because if that's what I'm supposed to do here mechanically, then that's just what it is. But I've got to get something more out of it. So this learning experience is telling me, like, having an eye on these things tells me that I am so capable of running my own thing, like self-managing. But I have to hold myself accountable to the same measures as much as I care for those that I work for and work with. I really have to do that for myself. Okay. All right. So that's all worthy. Okay. So what showed itself? Father of Fire, so King of Wands, and the Hierophant. Dude, talk about striking up match. That is the answer. That is total lit when it comes to, or how to say, total fire. When it comes to setting standards and principles. Like, Spirit's like saying, you got it. You got it. You got it freaking on your lunch hour with 15 minutes in. And that's excellent. You're icing it, Tina. Okay, so that's what we got. And yeah. I like that. I like that. Okay. I can do that. Yeah, like you guys take your stuff more seriously. Like, the fact that you don't know shouldn't be an inhibitor to becoming more established. Like, yeah, even if it's like a private thing, even if I don't want to go like full on, let's say I want to start off and I want to do things like just one-to-one, kind of like word of mouth. Those who find me are meant to find me and access my services. Those that don't, I'm just going to leave that be. Or I can start pushing myself out there. And I don't, this experience isn't about becoming like a hustler. How many heads can I get? How many, like it's not even about that. It's about using my gifts legitimately and receiving the legitimate return that I deserve. That's what it's about, plain and simple. Okay, so it opened up the King of Water, or King of Cups in reverse. Wheel of Fortune in reverse opened up to the top, which is the Three of Cups, Stream of Love. Okay, so this is yeah, someone undercover who is my King of Cups energy, like Jesus Christ energy, Spirit and Cash. This is the sentience that's really, really meant for me, like really high soul level. Undercover is celebrating me. Absolutely. But these are things that are coming to fruition. That's what they're saying. So again, with this morning's reading, you can celebrate, Tina. There's nothing wrong with celebrating right now. I can't say the same for others right now, because like I'm reading for myself and on myself. So this is totally legit. How much I've put in, it is deemed worthy of sharing my now moment with the future. Yeah. Okay. So bottom of the deck is Empress in reverse. Excellent. Top of the deck is Five of Swords in reverse. And it's labeled as fear. So have no fear. The Empress is here. What's behind it? The Flood, or Four of Cups in reverse. So again, looking at things objectively, looking at your kingdom, your growing kingdom, your evolving kingdom, as an obvious state of transition. Okay, so look at it that way. So there's nothing to complain about here. It's more of like I'm pulling the 20 questions, the judgment, Q&A, shedding light on a subject that is my day-to-day, and just interrogating. What does this mean, like on a greater scale? Because it's not just like the transactional value of the to-do list. There's a lot more going on here. And so we still got a few more hours left in the day. We've got the rest of this week. And I'm just curious how things are going to go when we have our visitors come through. I'll be very interested on the changing dynamics. I'll be very interested to observe what's required of me, what's requested of me, how I will respond to it, as well as how others are going to perceive the dynamics that they are not necessarily privy to, and what context they will take it at. I'm interested in reading the energies. I'm interested in those who will be disguising themselves so as not to be read. But I will still have access. My watchers, my helpers will still have access. So I'm gonna tough it. I don't even know if I have to tough it out. I'm gonna live through this week. I am definitely gonna live through this week, because I am so interested in what December has to, hold. I'm intrigued is the better word for it. So we're gonna put that there. There's no one upping here. Like, this whole discussion that we're having is not it's definitely not supposed to be where I'm throwing anybody under the bus. It's just what is, okay? It's just what it is. Yeah. I mean, I got a little entertained by looking at the job market again, and I'm like, whoa, they get paid that and they do that? Oh wow. That's local? Oh. There's so many openings, you know? And I could throw myself back into that avenue again and go through the cycles and cycles and cycles of like that. Or I can cast a line out intermittently. But I know that I'm here for a particular purpose, and I'm going to honor that for as long as Spirit says it's good to do it. Okay. Otherwise, when Spirit says like time to go, that's not for you anymore. Like, nope, you've already sucked out whatever you can from this learning experience. You are ready. You are gone. Or if Spirit says like, it's not safe for you. It's definitely not safe for you. I'm out. That's it. So, even though I experienced 2 major times, without it yet becoming a month of being, gnarly attempts to knock me down, Spirit, there's other reasons why I'm still here, despite those issues. And, I'm gonna hang in there. I mean, like, Spirit just patched me up quick. Especially with the super talented healers out there that helped me. Seriously. Good stuff. I think there are people who want to help me, and sometimes it's hard for me to ask for help. So this gives, I think this is one of the reasons. This gives Spirit the avenue to allow for me to receive and call upon help when I really, really, really need it. And that way these people who deserve reciprocative blessings to the degree that I can provide them through my circles, an opportunity to help me, and then they get their blessings as well. You know what I mean? Like, that exchange is bound to happen for the likeness of my energy as well as theirs. So this gives us the forum to learn about what kind of energy is out there that is of high contrast. So resourcing that material, it allows us a forum for proper exchange. So that's really, really good. I'd have to say I'll let that one go. I'll let those 2 go. That's right. That's good. Okay. Hold on. What just dropped? Was it just 1 card? No, it's 2 cards. So this one is Sister of Water, which is the Page of Cups, and then 8 of Wands, extroverted. Yeah. So this is about giving the love, presenting the love, like just that like core innocent, a genuine value, and just communicating that, like ping-ponging back and forth. So this is good. This is truly good. And that is legit. That explanation is legit. It allows for like this super big ionic exchange of like, you're my kin, like you're in this huge crowd of like people who are like all strung out, let's say, on their energy and around their spirit, and then you're like, look at a distance and you're like, oh, you're my crew. No, you're my crew. You must, like, it's kind of like that. So okay, what showed itself? 10 of Wands. So what are you saying about the 10 of Wands here, though? The Cage. There's something about, you know, like You know that movie with like Tina Turner and Mad Max? That's what it is. That's what I'm getting here, the vibe of Mad Max. I don't know 100% what it's about, but I think it's similar to that of like Waterworld with Kevin Costner. I'm pretty sure like there's a competition for resources for, let's say, water in this like heated environment. So is it similar to like Tatooine? I don't know. But it's definitely brutal, and it's like condensed, like, what is it? How Wolverine would say, like a can of sardines or something like that. It's kind of, it's compact. But I think he was saying something, I'll rip you open like a can of sardines, something like that. I don't sound, the way I say it though, it sounds like Popeye opening up his spinach. Anyway, bottom of the deck is transformation again. Death in reverse. Okay, so what do we want to say about this card? Is that the vibe here? So we're gonna get the top of the deck, and it's 10 of Cups in reverse. You know what this is saying? Like, everybody's like so heated up and like in this brawl that they don't understand that there's like a 10 of Cups reserved. Like there's it's under the surface. It's beneath the skin, basically. So yeah, that's definitely what's happening here. I think people are looking for it beyond themselves. Like, how do I say it? First I got like like caves underneath, you know? But then there's something about it where it's more about the people. Yeah, it's definitely about the people. I heard a couple of honks right there. Yeah. All right. I don't know why it's so cold in my car. It's like my hands feel almost icy. Is there anything else that we'd like to go with? I've got maybe like 10 minutes more here. Oh my goodness. We have the Three of Wands, Birth of Light, the Lover's card, Four of Swords in reverse, and the Tower card here. And then there's one that's standing up right here on my skirt, which is Universe or the World in reverse. And then one on the driver's like floor. Okay. Which is the Fool card in reverse. I keep getting the Fool card in reverse now. It's been like the third or fourth consecutive time that I've gotten that between my personal reads and my regular reads. So, as far as, like, there's something that's a little hung up about this. I don't know what it is, but like everything is like, look at everything objectively, even when it comes to closure. So, there's something that needs to be digested, like a loading period in the changing of DNA, basically. So there's a mutation, a transmutation here, before moving on to the next thing. And I'm like, dude, what's the freaking holdup? Like, am I doing this, Spirit? Or is this, like, could it be somebody else? Or, like, what am I doing to keep me from moving on? And it's not always that. Like, it's not always that. So we have the Three of Wands here. The ships are coming in. But there's these three that are attached to it are absolutely firm, and nothing can change it. There's something... There's absolutely healing relationships coming through. This face card is the Birth of Light. There are three Ace of Wands uniting. You see the primary colors here? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. But then we've got the Lovers here, like massively, like very bonded relationships. You see the DNA thing here, strand here, and then you see that here all around there. on the world card or universe card in reverse. So we see that. We see that they're absolutely healing. They're not like in the mode of healing. No, they're healed. They're healed relationships. And in that semantic is also like when you tell a dog to heel, you know, just to like to exercise discipline. We're talking about relationships that are healed enough to be disciplined within that exchange, to show up for each other, but also to show up for themselves. And thus, this is a firm, absolutely firm decision that was made because of our investments. So there's nothing that can change this. This is something that's destined. It is you see, you remember those like the marbles that that like, it's like mousetrap, but it's more complex, and it's not, we're not trapping anything here. It's you see the pathway of the marble? It's doing its like mechanism, and it's moving downwards, activating certain things as it ping pongs. And it's very much like that eight of what is it, the Eight of Swords, or no, Eight of Wands card, you see? It hits the same points. That's interesting. So that came alongside, remember, on the like the driver's area, floor area, with the Queen of, I'm sorry, Page of Cups. So these are ones that show up and show a lot of love. And we're not talking about like breadcrumbing love, nor the contrast of what do you call it? Love bombing. I almost said love flooding, but that's what's happening here. These are things that are going to be very, very obvious. Yeah, so what, so this objective thing, or is it like a holdup? You know what this is? Our crew is coming in. This is not of any fault. This is not of anyone's fault. There's something that's loading here. It's like we're going through the daily activities of regular. Oh, that's, you know, same thing, kind of like, but different day, different energy source. But like this, I've seen this before. Like, is this Groundhog Day? I know it's not your average Groundhog Day from what I've known Groundhog Day to be, but like this is the constancy is like, it's a little weird. Like, you've been through it so many times, it's like you, like, this is strange. We're already remaining that objective that we can see it for what it is. But what this is telling me, the clarifier that was produced here, their absolute, our kin are coming through. Like, our crew is absolutely coming in, cruising in, basically. And before we close out this cycle. So what that means is it's preparing us for the next one, which means that on the next one, these people, this is our new crew, is going to come with us. These are the ones that are coming through with us. That's what's happening. So that's the only hang up here. It's like, you know, when I'm saying hang up and looking at the full card and the what do you call it? The universe or the world card in reverse. Oh, look, it's like jumping through the hoop. You see? Finishing out those cycles and then coming through the portal like that, together. That's, what were you going to say about that? There was another message there. It's finishing cycles. What are you going to say about that? I forgot what we were going to say about that. But that's okay. Last card, because I gotta go now pretty soon. Six of Pentacles. Beauty. There's beauty in this exchange, for sure. Things balance out. Definitely. like the Venn diagram is multiplied from the avenue of top to bottom as well. So we see this like reverberation of likeness between multiple items. So the proximity of our likeness is very much more so than it is not. You see all the shared circles? It's a greater ratio than what's not like, you know, within its likeness, from as above to so below. Like when we have our crews at their highs and at their lows, there's still the same ratio of likeness between each other. So even if we are both like at our lows, there's still a great deal of likeness within each other to hold each other stable. Whoa, and accountable. So bottom of the deck is Sister of Earth, Page of Pentacles. That is a true investment here. Almost like saint-like is what it looks like here. That's what my saints look like in my religious stuff handed down from my, you know, elders. Father of Earth, King of Pentacles. And so this is a business person, a victorious one. Okay, so we started off within that perspective, and it served us correct. So I think that's it for now. Thank you, Spirit. That was awesome. That was awesome. I'm going to put that away. And it is time to say thank you to all my sponsors and supporters. All donations provided in light and love, of light and love. I appreciate that content, those investments. Thank you. And so upon closing these portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas to assisting with that sequence of rollout, in light and love. I close these portals in this reading now.